Could say no, don't take it, you stupid C.
UAV ready for tasking.
Whatever works.
I don't know if I got it on or not. Hey guys, what's up? It is Preach as always. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the state of sniping now that we have had the first few days of Modern Warfare 2. So we're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the things that need to change, the things that we love how they are. But before we jump into talking about that, you guys know what to do. If you guys like this video, smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new here. Turn those bell notifications on if you want to know when I post a new video. So let's go ahead and jump into talking about this. How is sniping here in Modern Warfare 2? So the simple quick answer is it is great. I think sniping is in a really good spot, but that doesn't answer some specifics. So there are some things that I want to talk about on a very specific level. The first thing I want to talk about is ADS speed, our aim down sight time on these sniper rifles. And in my opinion, it is very good. Does not feel clunky or slow on most of the sniper rifles, especially once you start adding attachments. Now, the LAB 330 to me has felt the slowest, the heaviest, the most difficult to use in like a quick scoping type fashion. But they've all felt pretty good. And to me also, the marksman rifles, the SPR and the SAB that are in that same family, they ADS really fast and they play like snipers. I mean, getting one-shot kills from the chest up with those every time, even without attachments. So there is a lot to like right there with those marksman rifles and the sniper rifles as far as our aim down sight time goes. Now, I mentioned those sniper rifles. Those are all in the same family of sniper rifles. So that brings me to the leveling and how this works. And in my personal opinion, and I've heard some mixed feelings on this, but I think the way the weapons level in this game is fantastic, because the sniper that I like the best so far, that I really wanted to use, that I'm going to have whole videos dedicated to, was the SPX-80. And it is the last sniper you unlock in that series from the SPR, the SAB, the LAB, and then the SPX. And to me, it was really cool that I was able to get that sniper unlocked before I even got to level 30 for my actual personal like level progression within the game. So it wasn't locked behind, you know, you got to get to level 50 or 51 or 55 or somewhere crazy high like that. You just have to level up the individual guns. So if you get a lot of kills with those guns right away and you're using double weapon XP tokens, you can level those guns up really fast and get to what in my opinion has been the best sniper rifle so far. So for me personally, I am a big fan of the new weapon leveling system. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I think that it works out really good for how we're unlocking things with the adding a new receiver to the weapon platform. I do think it's a little bit strange that you change receivers and maybe stay within the same category. Like you would think you'd go from marksman rifle to sniper rifle, but we actually went from marksman to sniper to another sniper. But, you know, I don't know. It's how they chose to do it, and I think it works well for the gameplay. That brings me to another thing with the leveling, though, is these camos. Like, there's only 4 main camos that you have to grind per each gun. There's 4 base camos, and then you can start doing the mastery camos for the guns. To me, that's awesome. And the fact that you unlock a camo on one gun, you can use it everywhere else is awesome. So, like the thumbnail for this video, that is the last base camo that you unlock with the Hurricane. but I was able to put it on the SPX and get that screen grab to use for this thumbnail. So to me, that's really, really cool that you can take any camo you unlock on any gun and apply it to every single gun within the game the moment you unlock it on just that one gun. So, you know, that stuff like that to me is really, really cool. So let's get into how these snipers play. Something I have noticed is that the flinch when using the sniper rifles seems to be significantly worse than the flinch when using the marksman rifles. So if that's something you're worried about trying to deal with and you're struggling with, you may want to use attachments that reduce flinch on the actual sniper rifles if you're having a hard time controlling that. Just keep in mind, to me, the flinch was way worse on the snipers than on the marksman rifles. And specifically on the LAB, the heavier gun, the slower gun, also seemed to have the worst flinch. Now, I don't know if that's an actual statistically the worst flinch or if it just felt worse because you were already a little bit slower getting your scope up. So their shots are hitting you sooner. So you're maybe not as on target yet when you start getting the flinch and it seems worse. So there's a lot of possibilities there of what could be going on. But that is how the flinch has seemed to work. But overall, to me, the sniping feels really, really, really good. I got my first quad feed with the SPX on this border patrol map that you're watching, or border crossing map that you're watching right now in this game. And to me, this is my least favorite map, but the maps seem pretty good for sniping. This map is probably the worst one and hardest one for sniping because there's so many little cuts and little lanes. So I will probably mostly stick to, once everything is leveled up and mastered out, using the marksman rifles on like the border crossing map, and maybe even stick to the marksman rifles on like Farm 18, these places that are tight and quick. I think those rifles are going to be better for those situations, but who knows? I got my first, like I said, quad feed in this game using an actual sniper rifle on this map. But my personal opinion, from what I have used so far, my favorite sniper rifles are the Signal 50 and the SPX. So the Signal 50, just the fact that it is semi-automatic, you can keep shooting, and I haven't had the chance to use that with attachments yet, so I'm excited to see that. But the SPX, bolt action, which is my bread and butter, but it's got a quick ADS, it seems to stay on target, target acquisition is good, I like the scope, and I want to throw this out here too, with liking the scope. I've noticed that the scopes for all of the sniper rifles that are built in are variable zoom. So they're at one level and then they can zoom in even farther. And that's kind of weird because sometimes when I'm going to hold my breath, I accidentally click it too short and I zoom in. So that's a little bit weird. And I also think it's weird that on our attachment unlocks, the first thing we start unlocking on sniper rifles is other optics, when they're the one gun that comes with a pre-built optic on the gun. So I thought that was a little bit strange, but overall I think the state of sniping through the launch weekend is really, really good. There's definitely things, about the game that I really would like to see change, such as how dead silence works. We want to see a ninja perk. I want red dots on the minimap when people shoot their guns, stuff like that. But overall, I'm really happy with the launch experience of this game this first weekend here and how sniping feels. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, you know what to do. Smash that like button, subscribe if you're new here, turn those bell notifications on, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Preach out. I kind of went
All
off.
Saber, mission accomplished.
I still hate the map. This guy got quick scope big time.